Ever since the brand new installment of Ninjago Dragon's Rising Part 2 dropped, there's been one weapon that really stuck out to me. Empress Beatrix's Merge-Quake Weapon is something we never got in actual LEGO form, even though it's the big bad weapon she uses to control the Merge-Quakes in the season finale. So, I decided to take it upon myself to build my very own custom Merge-Quake weapon for Empress Beatrix to handle in her mech. I also made some slight modifications to the mech to make it better handle the weapon, as well as a little display stand for some other figures to go along with the MOC. So, let's jump right into it. Starting with the actual weapon itself, I wasn't really sure where to start when first building this thing, except that I knew I wanted all 3 Dragon Energy cores to fit into the actual weapon. Using 3 of the Dragon Core holder pieces from the various Dragon's Rising sets, I was able to establish a general base of the weapon in black. From there, I was able to build out the base of the weapon. I ended up using a lot of reference images when building this thing, mainly from the finale where you can see how long the weapon is, how it's shaped, and everything. For color, in the show, the weapon looks like it's made of gunmetal gray, but unfortunately, LEGO doesn't have too many small pieces in that color. So I ended up opting for a mainly gray color scheme as well as some gunmetal gray highlights. I'm really happy with how this detail towards the back turned out, that has both red and transparent red pieces that really layers the colors and gives off a powerful energy glow. I also added some transparent red tiles with the gray texture to get those thin red glowy lines as seen on the weapon in the show. It was ultimately a challenge trying to fit all 3 Dragon Energy cores into such a compact build while still maintaining a small enough size and weight for the mech to wield it properly. But somehow it worked out. You can even pop out each of the Dragon Energy cores and attach them all to power up the weapon. The whole top assembly comes off so that way the 2 sides of the cannon part of the build are mirrored as well. My favorite little detail is this black hollow stud I put into the center of the build to make up the end of the barrel of the weapon. You can also attach this power blast assembly I made to make the weapon actually fire and create a Merge-Quake. Now, since the Merge-Quake weapon was so cumbersome, both in the show and as a physical model, I had to make some modifications to Beatrix's mech to accommodate for it. First, I needed the other arm to have a wrist joint so that way it could articulate fully to hold the weapon comfortably. So I ended up removing the hand assembly from the forearm of the mech and just added in an extra ball joint for another point of articulation and capped it all off with a 2x2 golden tile. I also wanted a way for the mech's sword to attach to the back like it is in the show, so I removed this Technic pin from the back assembly and swapped it out with a lightsaber bar in black. This gave me more length to rebuild the back assembly, but also attach a Technic axle connector with a pin stuck into it, so that way the mech sword can be disassembled and stuck onto its back. So finally, we're left with an awesome looking mech that can wield an awesome looking weapon and store its other weapon too. But what would this mech be with its Merge-Quake weapon without any ninja to face off against it? To give this mech something to battle, I thought I might as well create a display stand for the ninja as well. I created the small stand and threw this printed Imperium piece onto it to make it seem like a piece of the wrecked Imperium street side where the final battle in the season takes place. There's a place for Lloyd to stand with his sword, as well as a place for Sora, who I've kitted out with some transparent pink pieces to show she's discovering her true potential, as well as a ball jointed segment where Aaron can be placed with this trans-clear spinner piece for her Spinjitzu. I've also made this small assembly with a piece of wreckage at the end of it for Aaron to throw, resembling his Spinjitzu object throwing ability that he also unlocks in the season finale. Well, that's gotta be it for me today though, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. This build was such a blast to make, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you guys want to see more Dragon's Rising MOCs, please do let me know by hitting that like and subscribe button down below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, guys.